Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Teens Biz Talk podcast. We are so excited that you are here with us today because we are looking forward to talking to our very special guest about all the wonderful things that she is doing, all the amazing impact that she is making in the community. But before we jump into that, to get a chance to talk with her, just want to let you know that today's episode is being sponsored by Bateman Empowering Educators. At Bateman Empowering Educators, we take away the trial and error method of your teenager learning about money and replace it with a practical blueprint to equip them to create a 5-star financial future. So make sure you check in the link below to see what other types of resources and material and classes we have available. Also, while you're listening, if you're listening on any of our podcast platforms, please be sure to subscribe. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, please also be sure to like and subscribe. So today, our very special guest is Ms. Haley Moon. Hello, Haley.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
I am well. Thank you again for joining us. And for those of you who do not know who Miss Haley Moon is, she is a winning author, a publisher, motivational speaker, style influencer, blogger, YouTuber. Oh my goodness. Doing so much. We are so happy that she is able to take time from her schedule to come and share with our community. So Haley, I just shared several things that I just know about you on the surface, but why don't you just tell us something else about yourself, maybe that I didn't list there or expound on any of the things I mentioned.
There's really nothing else that you didn't say, but there is something that I did want to mention. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the way. So for anyone who doesn't know, my father, Dedrick Moon, I call him Dedrick too. It's not Dedrick to me, it's Dedrick. He just wrote a book called Dear Daughter, which is a Valentine's gift for me and for daughters everywhere. And Dear Daughter is currently $4.99. And my book, The Rules of a Little Boss, is on sale. The ebook version is on sale for 99 cents as long as you buy Dear Daughter, and you can just DM or email or whatever to my dad, and he will send you the link for the 50% off.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing that. And what a wonderful gift to receive is a book written by your dad. And so now your dad is also a published author. Is he part of what inspired you to even get started in business and then also to write your own book?
No, I have a single inspiration. Actually, no, I take that back. Multiple inspirations, but the main reason is just a single reason. The backup reasons are just TV. But yeah.
Okay. Are you able to tell us a little bit about what that main inspiration is?
Mm-hmm. So the main inspiration about it was actually through my 4th grade teacher's daughter's friend. So her daughter's friend was like a year or two younger than us. Mm-hmm. And we were in the 4th. So she was like 1st or 2nd and maybe 3rd. I don't remember, but she was just younger than us. And she had told us, my 4th grade teacher had told us that she had written books and she was traveling all over the world, like literally all over the world. That's not even an expression, signing books and everything. And I was like, dang, here I am arguing with people in class and getting suspended and sent to the office for arguing and not letting things go. And here this girl is younger than us and traveling the world. And I'm not going to say I'm ashamed of my actions, but I am just going to say that she was way ahead of me. So that was my biggest inspiration. I just didn't know what to write about.
Great. And how old are you now, Haley?
I'm 14. I'll be 15 in a couple of months.
Awesome. So I just would like to commend you for making a quick decision and taking quick action, right? From the time that you heard about something, saw something, thought about it like, I would like for something to be different here. And then you actually did it. So in addition to all of the things that we mentioned, and then, you have school and you have home life and you have friends, what do you do to help you stay focused and motivated on all the things that you're responsible for?
When it comes to the things that I'm responsible for, like when it comes to my work and things like that, I am going to go ahead and say that I am definitely an overachiever because I like to be better than everyone else. So schoolwork and everything, I like to be a mile ahead of everyone. So I'm like, okay, as soon as I wake up early in the morning and I do my yoga or my exercise for the day, I'm going to do my homework. And then after I do my homework, I'm going to wash my face, and then I'm going to get in class and I'm going to be the main person talking in class. Like I wouldn't talk over the teacher, but anytime the teacher asks a question, I'm the first person to answer. And I wouldn't say I'm a teacher's pet, but technically that would make me one. But I'm definitely a believer, and I definitely do like doing my work early. So my work is usually always out of the way. And then it's really easy work. It's like a piece of cake. So I'm definitely gonna have to do AP classes when I get to high school. And as far as friends go, it's actually not hard to manage. I'm not even gonna lie. I do text them while I'm in class. Sometimes I am on FaceTime with them in class. Like I can pay attention to multiple things at one time. So I can talk to them. I'm still participating in class and still answering. So I talk to them anyway. So I talk to my friends pretty much whenever I feel like it, aside from when I'm asleep. And then when it comes to home life, I feel like I'm asleep a lot of the time. Like throughout the day, I'm asleep, but at nighttime, I'm always up, which is why my nickname is Vampire amongst my friends, because I wake in the morning, you would never catch me awake except a few times. And then at nighttime, I will be awake until the sun comes up. When the sun comes up, I'm knocked out. So yeah, it's really not hard to balance. It's more so just finding the times to do things and establishing with that.
Okay, so someone from the outside looking in may look and see all of the things that you're doing and your achievements in school and such, and say, "Oh wow, she's so successful. She's made it." How would you define success?
It changes pretty often, but I feel like my main overall answer would be when it comes to determining success, it's like how far you've made it from the last time. Like, what did you want to achieve the last time? Did you make it? If you didn't, what can you do to make it? So it really just depends on like the last time versus the new time. So like just really being in competition with yourself to push yourself and do better. And that actually brings me to a little tip. When it comes to competition, I'm definitely a competitive person. So try not to compete with other people, but rather compete with yourself, and that'll eliminate the need to compete for other people.
Yes, and thank you for that tip. That is very important. How would you say you come up with topics for what it is that you want to do? So one of the things that we mentioned is that you're a motivational speaker. So kind of where does your creativity come from? Where does your inspiration come from in terms of what you're going to speak about, or if there's a new topic that you want to research to be able to share more information with people?
Most of the time, the things that I talk about, it really just comes off on a whim. I just talk and I get there when I get there. But other times, if it is something that I specifically wanted to talk about, most of the times, I'm not going to lie, it would come from social media. Like I'm definitely into controversial things, which I don't talk about on my Instagram, but I do talk about it on my private Instagram. And on Instagram, the Instagram account I have specifically for controversial topics. So when it comes to things like that, I do get it from social media, and I also read news articles. I don't like watching the TV, but I like reading the articles. And then when it comes to the articles, I spread the information and I try to stay as unbiased as possible. But we're all pretty biased anyway, but I try to set aside as much as possible. But usually when it comes to motivating people, it really just comes off on a whim. I don't honestly mean to. I'm not trying to really. I'm just talking and I get there. I just get wherever I get. But things that come off that I actually had to think about, those are things that I got from my downtime and what I learned from my own life.
Okay. And so since you are, it sounds like just very aware with what's going on and, familiar with forming your own opinion on things and then sharing your opinion with things, what are some things that you see that are going on that you see have happened in the past that you would like for the older generation to be aware of?
I would say the main thing when it comes to older generations, I know for a fact that they have like eyes set on what it was like when they were younger children. But what they have, I feel like what they need to be realizing now is that times are different. And when it comes to things like Black Lives Matter, while we have gotten pretty far, we've also went backward a little bit too. So we can't it will be unfair for us to place all of these standards, like saying, well, it was like this when I was younger. Why is it an issue now? Like, or how you talk to someone, like saying racial slurs. Sometimes it was considered okay back in like the 90s and the 80s. But now moving forward, it isn't okay because people are now starting to speak up about it and say that they aren't okay with it. So you can't fair to pretty much place standards of what it was like when you were younger versus how it is now. And when it comes to people being non-binary and transgender, like I know that's a very, very, very controversial topic. And personally, I don't care because it's not my body. It's not hurting me. It's not hurting anybody. It's just what they want to do. So I don't care. So, and I'm not asking anybody to change their beliefs, but I'm more so asking them to just be more open to receiving and hearing what they're hearing. So when it comes to like seeing transgender people out on the street, just keep walking, just mind your business. Like the main thing to keep on in your head is that, hey, it's not hurting me. It's not doing anything to me. Move along. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. So in the midst of traveling and talking to lots of different people and just managing, your businesses, you even mentioned you have a couple of Instagram accounts. Are there any business challenges that you've encountered where you were able to overcome them and you found that it helped you to grow as a person and or as a business owner?
Business challenges, no. It's more so when the business correlates with my personal life. Like I'm that type of person. I am very spoiled, very pampered. I actually so and then,
beautiful.
Yeah, my friends send me money and everything to get me candy. So it's very safe to say that I am very spoiled and very pampered. So when it comes to that, I like to have things, and I'm also a perfectionist. So I like to have things one way. It's either one way or no way. So like when it comes to my work, I literally got a 95 out of 100 on a test and I wasn't happy about it. Like I was actually very upset and I redid it till I got a so, and I will do that with any test. I hate getting anything less than perfect. So it's just a pet peeve of mine. I wouldn't call it a flaw, but whatever. But I like to take my baths and everything. And sometimes when it comes to like interviews and things like that, it just kind of clashes with my personal life. I find that it helps me grow by trying to like get as much information on like the interviews and things like that and the events and like when it's going to be so that I can plan around that. And then I'm like, okay, it's going to be a certain amount of time. This is when I can do this. This is when I can do this. I can split this in half. So just getting as much information as possible. So that's how it's helped me grow.
Okay. Wow. Wow, quite a bit that you have shared with us. Something that I want to just circle back, if we can, to when you mentioned some things that the older generation should be aware of. I know one thing that is important or considered to be important in business is just networking, right? And connecting with other people. So what are some suggestions that you could give for other current teenage entrepreneurs or those that are looking to be an entrepreneur? What are some suggestions you can give in terms of how they can network to be able to kind of form other groups or connect with like-minded people? Are you able to hear me?
The biggest tip that I the biggest tip that I would have, I would say, is just talk. Like, I know that's kind of like easier said than done for certain people, but just really just talk. Like, you don't need talking points or whatever. If you do need talking points, go ahead and get them out the way, but don't try to be like, sound like a robot. Like, I actually have something written down now because I knew I wasn't going to remember it. So, like, if you do need to read that, go ahead and do that. Just don't sound like a robot and be like, okay, they come together like that. Like, don't do that. Just or whatever. Just look at what you mainly need to be focusing on. Talk about that. Have that one topic and then circle around it. And, you know, like say, okay, this is what you can do. This is how you can do this. And then just start going off on a whim pretty much, but try to keep it concise as well. So like, for example, I'm going to talk about a candle for just an example. Okay, so I have a candle from White Barn. You can get them for pretty much $20 to $25 from Bath and Body Works. And let me tell you, when it comes to candles, I love candles. I use them everywhere. My dad hates that I have so many candles. I have candles on the ledge. I have candles in my bathroom. I have candles in my room. I have candles in my dad's room. I have candles in my dad's office. I have candles everywhere. So that can be like a how you can talk about something so simple as talking about a candle and the price of a candle. You know what I mean? So just kind of go off on a whim and just kind of like sell whatever it is you're saying or however you want to do it. So really just talk.
Great. I love it. Very simple and to the point. Well, you have given us quite a bit of very good practicals for us to be able to take away in business and just in terms of how we manage things, in terms of reaching for that level of excellence in everything that we do. So I really, really appreciate it. Is there anything else that we did not talk about that you would want to share with our community?
No, I don't have anything.
No? Okay. Well, thank you so much. Oh, but please let us know how everyone can reach and connect with you.
So you can contact me through my Instagram account, which is the Book of Self-Love 2020. It's the same on Facebook, same on YouTube. It's the same on literally every platform. And then if you want to get my email, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't remember my emails sometimes. So, but I can tell you where to get it. So you can get my email from my website, which is www.thebookofselflove.com. And then it should be somewhere at the bottom of the page. Just scroll down and you'll find it right there. So you can contact me through email. There's even a little chat thing, like it just literally it say chat. So you can click on that and you can chat with me or my dad, whoever's available at the time. And that's pretty much it. Or you can also get my dad at D Moon on pretty much everything.
Okay, great. And for those of you that weren't able to jot all that down, no worries. Everything will be in our show notes below. Well, once again, thank you so much, Haley, for coming to share with us. Everyone, please make sure that you connect with her on any one of the many platforms that she just listed to find out what is going on and to support both her and her dad. And before we go, I just want to remind everyone, everything in creation was created with a gift inside of it. That includes you. So go out and share your gift with the world. Until next time.